Hey everybody, it is Grandpa K, so named by Theodore Simon. He couldn't quite get the R in Grandpa, so he'd just call me Gampa. I love it, I love him, and that's where the name came from. We're going to do 3D printing today. A friend of mine bought this lamp and we installed it. Jasmine. We put it in her kitchen. It's lovely. It's got a weird little spacer here. Because these longer rectangle pieces, they kind of sag when they overhang here. And they give you a spacer. Best I can describe it is like a end link or something, where you turn the middle and the screws on each end come out, and they're just flat. There's nothing holding them on. They just say, here, jam it around this area, and they give like a general arrow pointing to this area so that it doesn't sag. And you can see without it, this one kind of bends down and it casts a funny shadow. So that's the only reason you know that it's sagging, is because the shadows. Otherwise, you wouldn't care. You wouldn't know. So I designed in Tinkercad a little spacer that goes in here. And I don't know if we assembled this lamp wrong. I don't think we did. There are only so many places to put screws and nuts and bolts. You know what I mean? And we hung it up, it lights, it works, it's fine. Very beautiful. But I could not figure out how to get this spacer piece in here. Fine. So you know what? We're going to 3D print it. I designed this little guy to go in between. This is really small. This is about that big. You can tell because that's how big my fingers are. So I designed this thing, and you can see in here, you know, one bar goes this way, one bar goes the other way. And I just shoved a little block in there so that it wouldn't sag temporarily. But in this design, I've got the little block, but it'll kind of cradle the upper and lower arms there. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? So I just made this little guy. It's very simple shapes, holes, multiple circles, right? Nothing to write home about. It's fine. So, and let me know, you guys and gals, if you want to see me mess around in Tinkercad and we can build stuff together. I don't mind. I'll probably even open up QuickTime and do a screen recording instead of this, what I'm doing. And we'll have a real fun time in Tinkercad. Because I'll make tons of mistakes. And I still think to this day that is the best way to learn, is to make mistakes. Okay? We're going to export an STL file. I love the way Tinkercad names things. That's just hilarious. It's always hilarious, right? Start up some bamboo. I did print one of these already, but my settings were kind of weird. It came out kind of light, kind of hollow. And I'm just going to do it again. It doesn't take long. There it is. It's just fine. I'm going to do the default slice. Look at that. I don't think I have that brim put on there, but it put it on automatically. That's why you got to love some Bamboo Studio. It does a lot automatically. But it won't need supports in there because I think the arc isn't severe enough. Like, it can bridge that gap and start printing up. So I'm looking at this. It's going to take 15-20 minutes. This is nothing, right? Cost, pennies. I love the cost line item here. I don't know if that was always there, but I just noticed it a few weeks ago. But I wonder if I can make it a little denser. Is that infill? Grid. It's 15%. So that's what it would look like now. Let's go to 25% infill. Slice that plate again. Yeah, it got tighter. Why not? It's still taking the same amount of time. These colors are way off. Here we go. We've got green, gray, white, or orange. Let's do gray or white. You can change the color before you get to this screen. But I have the AMS, so I think that's why this is different. I can just pick it here. Let's try one that's white. And I'll let you guys watch it in a time lapse. And then I'll come back and we'll take a look at the finished piece. And then maybe I'll even show at the end of this video me installing it on the little thing at Jasmine's house. Click on my camera. Printer is busy. That's all right. We'll come back after this time lapse. Okay. I had to stop that one before it finished. This has happened more than once, where something on the bottom, something at the beginning of the print will slide or shift on the plate. And gosh, it didn't have much time left. But I came over and looked at it, and it came out like this. I'm going to do it again. Y'all are going to see why I'm going to do it again. Preview. See that little guy? Looks funny. It's kind of freaky. All right, we're going to do it again. I think I'm going to... My cousin hates when I do this. He says, you're supposed to clean the plate. Well, I don't care. I'm just going to move it into a place I don't print much. Let's even change the color here, so people don't write in telling me how to do it. All right, we're going to put it in the corner here. Should still be able to see it on camera. Let's slice this plate. Print it. It's going to use white filament. And we'll be back in a bit. But again, you're going to get some time lapse on this one. You can watch it in time lapse. You know why? Because I think it's fun. All right. Okay, this is ridiculous. I may put it back to the default fill in the settings. It's kind of funny. It's fun to watch. I like time-lapse videos. Time-lapse. So let's take that off. I don't know if it could be the filament. But the feet didn't slide this time. It just started printing very poorly over the bridge. So let's go with gray. We're going to slice this plate. We're going to print it. We'll send it. We'll have another time-lapse video. And it'll be fun. Hopefully at some point we'll get this piece finished. And we'll put it up in the success archives. Alright, here's your time-lapse. Well, I would call this another fail. I can make this work. A little sandpaper in there. Maybe an X-Acto blade. Maybe a match. But I want this to be really smooth. Like this one. Why not? Why can't I have what I want? It's weird. And you guys can leave in the comments too, like, tell me why I'm having trouble with it. But we're going to do it again. I'm just going to add a support. It printed like this. I'm going to add a support. So maybe it'll get a little, be a little better. Let's see what we can do here. Here it is. Let's zoom in. Verp. Goodness, okay. So I'm going to do more infill. I'm going to add support. I like the tree. Threshold angle 30. Let's see what this looks like. Oh my gosh, that's so much support. Can we get away with less than that? 17. Oh my god. That just seems like so much support. Phew. Let's do tree manual. Maybe that's where I messed up. Oh yeah. Tree slim. See, there's a point where the computer doesn't even think it needs support because it's not adding it, see? Let's try normal support. Get those little squares. That's not horrible. Let's reduce it by 5. It's still the same amount of time to do it. Let's go to 20. Slice plate. Whoa. I mean, It's fine. Did I give it more strength? I thought I did. Yeah, more is better, right? Am I wrong on that? More is better. More monies. Yeah, that looks tighter. Alright, well, we're going to try it again. Let's see what happens. It's still the same amount of time. It's just a tiny piece. I'm going to try and make it print the overhang a little better. This'll work. I just want it to be better. Let's give it a go. With gray, PLA, we're going to do another time lapse. Maybe this is just destiny. It knows I like doing time lapse, so it keeps doing it. All right. Here we are. I think that time lapse is pretty blurry. And this may be dark. I don't know. I don't care. So here it is. I really like this. It feels a lot stronger, more square than this one. This one just feels like it's got rounded edges or something. Rounded, square edges. This one feels more square. So here's the fun part. Let's take off the supports. Don't know how this always works all the time, but it's fun. It's like unwrapping a Valentine's Day gift. Huh? Oh. There you go. I like it, except I just broke that. All right, I'm going to print one more. You guys don't need to see it. Huh. Huh. Boy, focusing is fun on a camera, isn't it? I just want to focus. No. All right. That's the end of my video. Maybe I'll show you the result of the last one. I won't break it off with such guerrilla force. And then we'll put it on Jasmine's lamp. Bye, everybody.